I gotta get home, there's a garden to tend, all the fruits on the ground.
Joe Grow here with Sub-Irrigation and Fermentation Farming. I wanted to show you how to do a basic worm tower. This is using Rubbermaid 10-gallon totes. Okay, the first thing is you'll need a drill, and these sizes are not exact, okay? These are just the way I decided to do it. I went with a 5/16 drill bit, a variable bit, because this one will do the worm tea dispensing spigot, and then also a much larger gauge variable bit. This came as a package set, and it was fairly cheap. Anyway, so this is the size I chose for my general holes. Some people say 1/4 inch. You know, I went with the 5/16 because it was a little bit bigger, gave a little bit more room. So here's what I did. First off, the worm tea collection area. So let's take a quick peek at that. I went ahead and drilled my hole 3/4 inch using my variable bit, and I was really careful to stop early so that it wasn't all loose and sloppy. I ordered this spigot off of Amazon for quick tea release. So that's all I did to this bottom half. So the bottom half is complete and done. And you can see the spigot down in there. Then I put on the lid, and what you got to do is you've got your secondary part. You go through and just drill a pattern in your you know, in the next bin up, and this pattern is gonna kind of act to hold everything, all the food up, and then you go ahead and you place it right on top of that, and you can see how the holes there match up. Now what you have to do is you have to keep rotating this like this and drill more holes and move it around, and make sure that there's always several holes showing in each hole so that worms can have access to come up to the next layer, or in this case, so that the worm tea can drip down. You'll also notice this is a bit recessed here, where if tea goes, it'll collect and go down into the area. That's why I chose to have a line going down the middle as well, and to maximize my space. So then what I did is I took you know, after I got done with that, the first tote, then I had to make an identical tote as closely as possible. There are some variances in the holes, so you want to take your second tote and also put it on there and drill holes and make sure that no matter what way you turn it, it's interchangeable to that lid. Then you can take your second lid and put it on and do the exact same thing. You take your holes, you drill them down, and you rotate each one, and you got to make sure that no matter which way you rotate it, that you always have holes. This allows the worms to come up into the worm tower into the next section. Also, these are 1/16 inch holes that I drilled all the way around the perimeter of the top so that they can breathe, but they also can't really get out. And I did quite a few of them. So, and then lastly, of course, you just have the top of your bin. Some people go ahead and they will drill holes in the top. I chose not to, because if I have it somewhere where it might rain a tiny bit, it won't get rain inside my actual worm tower, and this should be sufficient breathability for those. That's pretty much it. Just wanted to show you how I made my quick worm tower, and of course you can add one more layer if you want to, and you just got to drill out the lid and everything like we did on the other parts. This is Joe Grow with Sub-Irrigation and Fermentation Farming. I hope this helps you build a wonderful worm tower so that you can get started. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Joe Grow, over and out.
I gotta get home, there's a garden to tend, all the fruits on the ground.